Good morning. I would like to welcome you to my Introduction to Finance class at the Borough of Manhattan Community College, BMCC. This is an introductory class that we will use very interesting and important material from a good friend and colleague of mine who unfortunately passed away, and he was here in New York and then he moved to Israel. We're going to use his book, Principles of Finance with Excel by Simon Benninga. We do have a version of this book that is just for BMCC, which is just the first part of the book. Finance is an important subject. It's a subject that we use, all of us, every day, and this particular subject helps us to organize our life. This subject is based upon how we understand money in terms of time, and as a result, it incorporates numbers. And because we have to work with these numbers, we need basically two tools. We need to know quite well mathematics, and because we want to utilize these numbers in a very effective and efficient way, we are going to use Excel to do our analysis. This particular textbook is one of the best in this particular subject. As a result, we will utilize it and follow more or less the pattern of that text. We are going to cover mostly the first part of the text, which is the basic ideas of finance. That starts with chapter 2, which is about the time value of money. This tells me how I would be able to think in terms of the return that I have on my money in different periods of times. Then it goes on to the next step, and the next step is how these ideas can be applied when we want to invest. The following step that we have is what happens if we want to borrow money, and how do we calculate everything of loans that we need to know. We can borrow money to go to school, or we can borrow money to do business, or we can borrow money to acquire any type of an asset, like a car or a house. And the different types of loans would be examined, and we will see what we will do and how we will face problems like purchasing the loan in advance if we have that money, or extending the loan, or refinancing the loan for different interest rate. The next step is to move to what is happening to the financial markets, examine what is the concept of risk and how risk is related to return, and focus first of the stock market. We will see how the stock markets behave and how we will analyze the stock markets and make some sense out of that. Then we will see how we can be able to make a portfolio holding different type of stocks, that from one we can make some money and we may lose from the other, or we can make different rates from different type of stocks. Finally, we will go to the next step, which is understanding what is a bond and how stocks and bonds can be used together in an investment portfolio. When we do all this work, we will learn how to use Excel, and the Excel allows me to do the calculations. Most of the classes that we have are writing intensive classes, and the writing intensive classes are extremely important because we do not just stop at the point of making the calculations, but we will try to express our analysis and our results in a written form. And while we'll do that, we will also stress the oral presentation. So doing the finance and writing about finance are the two objectives of this particular class. One of the sections is also an honors section. That particular section will have to present some additional research and write a paper that would be presented to the honors committee. I would like to thank you for taking this class, and I would wish you very productive and enjoyable term. Thank you so much.